Jooks, listen, thank you for coming.
Always, you know that already. First of all, I'd just like to congratulate you of like making your steps and becoming the man you're turning out to be today. Because for a lot of people, it's inspiration, and you have to understand that a lot of people need to see stuff like this. I wish I was on a more positive path, and I'm going to try and take that path, like using you, using other people that's doing positive stuff out here to move forward, you know what I mean? Because what you're doing for kids is good for them to look up to, all the stuff you've been through, do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that have been through a fraction of what you've been through, and it's broken them to where there's no return. But what you've been through is on a lot higher scale, and you've come out the other end, and you want to make positive moves, you want to make a difference, you want to make a change. You want to see the youth growing up, not taking the same path you did. And obviously the advice you're giving them, like if kids can fight and do boxing, innit? Rather than going and picking up knives and doing other wild stuff. Keep it positive, and that's the message you're giving. That's why to come today and just say,
no, thank you. I'm
you're
glad,
done, you get me? That's it. You know you're done, man. You know that already.
I'm in the log. Because you spotted like when I was still away, obviously when I was filming, and you saw like what I was doing, you followed, started liking, and I'm still away at this point. So that's why it's important for me, because you picked up on the positivity when I was, still in the mental school. And you started following, you gave me nice messages and positive moves. But that's what I'm saying, like things like that have given me. That's why I really want to join, because it's like things when I heard messages like that. Like now I'm getting messages like all the time, but then I wasn't getting none of that. But everyone thought this guy's mad. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, man.
But now I'm getting like, do you know what I mean? So I was trying to say, like, even that little message that you sent me, like it goes, the ripple effect, it goes a big way. And even that, it was like, nah, like, I must be doing that. I mean, people.
Nah, definitely, man. So when I see things like that, bro, it like touches me in my heart, innit, bro? I just think, wow, boy, like people moan about such little stuff in life that they haven't really got nothing to moan about, really, and their life can be changed around just like that. But they don't think it can. They just think it's the end of the world. Do you understand? The end of the world. Like, for instance, like the suicide rates alone in the UK is just ridiculous. From where people think that there's no hope, they can't go no further, they can't move on. Do you know what I mean? But like, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. You get me, bro? And you're like a fine example of just coming out and just cracking on, doing something positive. Like, there's plenty of other stuff you could have come out and then went backwards. Do you know what I mean, bro? You could have easily come out and went backwards. But obviously you thought about it. You thought like, when I come here, I need to make people know. Do you know what I mean? That of course, man. You go to hospital, you go to mental hospital. People's gonna like think, he's still mad. Fuck it. You get me? It happens. Of course, it's gonna happen, bro.
It happens.
Of course, it's gonna happen. But it's for you to just keep doing what you're doing and keep pushing, bro, because nobody can't take that away from you. Do you know what I mean? Even what you've done in the past, whatever happened, everybody has to forget that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because you come out, you're a new man, you show people what you're doing. If they support, they support. If they don't, they don't. It's like, you take it with a pinch of salt, bro. But just keep pushing forward in what you're doing, and that's, you know what I mean, you're going to make something of that, bro. That's what's important, you know what I mean? That you can turn around and say, right, I came out, I was in a bad situation, and I made that change, and did it for yourself, do you know what I mean? Did it for you, that's what's important. And that can rub off on other people. That's what you need to do now, bro, for, you know what I mean, for other people to see, right, like, I did it, if I can do it, then anyone can do it. And that's how you just got to keep it moving, bro.
That's it. That's what it means everything to me now. Like, obviously, we know each other from back in the day.
Exactly.
I used to just run around there on the fucking stupidest bullshit, whatever, innit? That's the journey what I went through, man. It is redemption, and now, like, I don't want this. I don't want other guys going through it. Like, I want people trying to channel it, like, There's a lot of creative guys out there, and doing that, like, doing that stuff. It's like just channel it right, bro. With music, with boxing, violin, with this. But I mean, you're a drug dealer. Some of the guys know that they're making mad money. Why don't you take the creativeness and channel it in like trading or this? You've obviously got that hustle about you. These are good traits. These are strong traits. Just channel it, man. Like,
some people are just stuck in that, and they can't get out. Do you know what I mean? They're stuck and they can't get out. I've been through my stuff. Do you know what I mean? I've lost everything. I've come back from nothing. Do you know what I mean? I had stuff going on in my head where I thought, well, you know what, can I make it back from this? And you know what I mean, I had to kind of slap myself about to get back up and think like, Jooks, what are you doing? Like, Jooks, like, don't take the piss, go and start winning, bro. Yeah. And like that's what I had to do. So everybody has their own different path that they got to go to. Do you know what I mean? Like my thing is like business, like Caribbean food shops. That's the stuff I'm doing. That's the stuff I'm investing in at the moment. But I would love to be investing in something much more positive, like what you're doing, something that's just going to change somebody's lives. Because realistically, my food shop ain't going to change nobody's lives. It's just going to fill them up. That's all it's going to do. So, but something positive where you can turn around. You know what I mean? I can say to my daughter, yeah, you know what? I changed this person's life. Do you know what I mean? May have changed people's lives on a lower scale, but something to remember is more important. Do you know what I mean? And what you're doing is leaving a legacy to remember, bro. That's what it's about. You understand? And man's proud of you, bro. You get me? So, man's proud of you, man. You've done the thing, bro. You come. You know what I mean? You're sticking with what you're doing. I mean, I had like stuff to do, and that's why I wanted to see you last week as well. But you know what I mean? It's just been like, boy, you know, he wasn't ready, and I was thinking, no, but I'm definitely not missing out on this. You get me? So that's why I come to Eastbourne today, just chilling with my mate for a little while, and just waiting for you to come through, bro. I just wanted to see you and speak to you. You know what I mean? And just congratulate you on what you're doing, bro. That's the good
it means a lot, man. It means a lot. In these conversations like this, hearing that feedback is amazing. And again, I'm coming away like inspired. So you're saying about, you know, made a difference. The message you sent when I was away in that mental school had a big effect. You might not realise it. You might have thought I was just showing up being like doing things. But to me, I was buzzing. I was like, I ain't just people see like. Honestly, man, it's a small thing that has a big effect. And that's why I wanted you here because. You know what I mean? When I was away in mental hospitals, people weren't really showing me, you know what I mean? But I wasn't getting a lot of love and all this. But for someone like yourself, you know, give me a brief, bro, you're doing positive things. You shared my book on that. It was just amazing, man. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. And it's like you got to see the whole journey. You started following me from when I was away. And you're seeing it.
It's picking up. I'm like, yeah, this is good. It's making a difference. You know what I mean? You got some good people behind you as well. Like there's obviously that's just come and getting involved. You know what I mean? The boxing's obviously, that's just brilliant stuff, do you know what I mean, bro? The book, all of that, bro, like we're saying, things that you want to change after speaking to you the other day as well, and it's just things you want to do, you just want to preach positivity to these people, bro. But the thing is, you're the right man to do it. That's what you got to say, you're the right man to do it. A lot of people ain't got the resume to do that, bro. You got the resume, you can do it, you can come and say, look, I've been out here, and I've seen 2 sides of the table. I've seen 4 sides of the table. Do you know what I mean? But other people, they might just think, oh, they go to jail for a month, come out, and they think they know the whole world when they don't.
The conversation, I said in that conversation the other day,
it's real. Do you know what I mean? You know me, bro. I'm just coming out for the realness, man. Real people, bro. I'm not. You know what I mean? As soon as you said come through, I just know that's a 30 guy. I'm coming through to show my love, innit?
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? Because you deserve that, man.
What was your background together? How did you meet and stuff?
Jooks,
yeah, we just kind of like linked up. Obviously, I was doing like the music thing. I think, did you know Billy as well?
Billy,
yeah, he knew Billy, and you know what I mean. He's just a face from around the way from like Sussex, Hastings, Eastbourne. That's just kind of been an active guy, innit? Like he's been an active guy. I was kind of active when I was younger as well. So
everyone comes in when they're sort of active circle.
You just get to know each other, and you just think, all right, cool. So that's somebody who's about it, and I thought I was about it as well. So it was just like, you know, like people just link up in it, like energies kind of come together, and it's just like from seeing him from when he was in hospital, I just still felt the energy. I felt like, you know what, this guy is just like he's important. He wants to do something. Do you know what I mean? He wants to like make a difference. Like, who's not going to get behind that? Who's not going to get behind somebody that's coming from pain and wants to make a difference and doesn't want anybody else to go through that pain as well? That's what's important. You know what I mean? So you're telling a story, but at the same time, you're just giving them advice and you're just trying to push people in the right direction, bro. And that's what I care about. You get me? Because your story is just beginning, bro. Like this is only the beginning. You know, like how long you landed. Like it's just the beginning.
4 months, bro.
See what I'm saying? So look, come on, it's just the beginning. You know what I mean? Of course, there's going to be hurdles, You know, there's going to be little things that you're going to have to get over, but you're strong enough to do that. So that's, you know what I mean? You just got to keep your head up and just think, this is me, this is my channel. Nobody can't get on my nerves. If this man's on my left shoulder pissing me off, let him go. This man on my right shoulder pissing me off, let him go. That's it. Don't worry about nothing apart from you and your future and the goodness you're doing out here, bro, because we need more of you. Oh, you know? Done, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for coming and doing this. It means a lot, bro.